Hey everyone, this is my computer that I've made in Minecraft. It's not super complex by any stretch of the imagination, but I'll give you a little tour. So in the back here we have basically where you put in your code in the form of some very simplified assembly, which is what kind of computers understand. Um, so each line is one instruction. So these first three bits, three lights, indicate what kind of instruction it is. So 010 means we're going to put some number into one of these registers, which is kind of like memory. Um, and 111 means we're going to add two values which are stored in the registers already. So we can see that we're putting two instructions. We're setting which register we want to store a value in, and then over here is kind of where we put the values we want to store. So for this very first instruction, we have basically 11, which is binary for 3, and then 100, which is binary for 4. The third instruction here, we add them together and then we store them in one of the registers there. And then what's cool is that we have all this extra instruction space that we can play with. So now we can just add more numbers. So we're going to put another number into a register. We're going to put it into register 1. And then the value we're going to put is 101, which is binary for 5. And then we're going to add that 5 to the sum that we made already, which was 4 plus 3 is 7. So that should give us 13 in binary. And then we have this kind of put it out to display, which I didn't really use, and then just 000, which means stop the computer. Okay, so now I can show you how to get this computer started. It's actually running surprisingly well. I built it all within the spawn chunks, which Minecraft always keeps loaded in memory, which is kind of why it's in this circle here. But anyways, to start, we have to set the computer to read from instruction 1. So that's kind of what I just did there. You can see that very faint red line is pointing to the very first instruction in memory we have here. So to actually get the computer started, what we have to do is kind of get this clock or this cycle thing going here, which basically, as you can see by all these repeaters here, kind of gets everything in sync with each other. So when this addition bit here doesn't start adding stuff before the memory insert is done. So that's kind of why there's so many repeaters here, is because it's not a very fast computer, as we will soon see. So this is the kind of the start button. Just gonna hit that, and that's kind of what's getting it going. So every time each kind of section of the computer gets one of these pulses, it starts doing its magic. So let's go to the viewing platform here and see what the computer is going to do. Okay, so this is kind of the display of one of these top registers here. So we can see that the 1-1 from the very first instruction that we saw is kind of being fed through the system. And we can kind of see as the numbers on the display change that the computer is loading different numbers, and we can see some of the addition results as well. Each instruction takes quite a while, like about a minute or so, or about 45 seconds-ish. So I'll get to the next instruction. Oh, okay. So we see that the 001 from the second instruction is being fed through the system. So basically what's happening here is that we stored the 1-1 in probably the top register here, and then this 001 into the second register. There's 4 registers total, so if I wanted to make some kind of bigger program that used more registers, I could do that. So let's wait for the next thing. Okay, now the computer is starting to add these 2 registers together. So the first one was 1-1, and the next one was 0-0-1. So if you add those 2 numbers in binary, you get 1-1-1. So our computer did its job, its addition pretty well. That big purple thing in the back there is doing all the addition and all the heavy lifting, basically. Basically, all the rest is kind of sorting out which instruction goes when and logistics like that. So the instruction after the addition of 3 and 4 is we're putting 5 into the machine, so that's 101. This is some temporary value, which I'm not totally sure what the computer is doing, but it will put in 101 at some point, and we'll see that soon. Okay, the computer just put in 101, so in any minute now, we should see it add the 111, the 3 plus 4 from before, with this number, which in binary is 0011. So, or it's 1100, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, the computer is starting to figure things out. You can see the numbers flashing. It's trying to decide what the number is, and there we go. It got the right answer, 0011. Something else this computer can do is subtraction, which is basically addition with negative numbers using something called the 2's complement system. It's kind of weird mathematically, but it's kind of interesting and allows this computer to kind of do countdowns, so you can do a finite number of loops if you wanted to do that. And that's basically it. So we see this is the instruction memory, it's the registers, the ALU, the algorithmic logic unit, which is the addition, the display, and the program counter, which basically keeps track of which instruction we're currently on. And that's it. Thanks for watching.